we're going to pull back the curtain on a mystery that's hiding in plain sight. Something you use every single day but might not really get. Today, we're digging into the hidden costs of cloud storage. I mean, just think about it for a second. You snap a photo, tap a button, and boom, it's just saved forever. Or you start writing something on your laptop and poof, it's right there on your phone. It feels like pure magic, right? Your entire digital life just backed up somewhere. And it all just works. But, that's the whole point of a good magic trick, isn't it? It's all about misdirection. We all casually say, oh, it's in the cloud. But have you ever, really stopped to think about that? Where is the cloud? What is this invisible place that's holding all our photos and our most important files? Okay, so that's exactly where we're going to start. Because to really understand the true cost of all this, you first have to appreciate just how good the illusion is. For pretty much all of us, the cloud feels like this perfectly executed magic trick. And look, the illusion is so powerful because it's built on this idea of perfect convenience. Your files are just there, always. You could be in a cafe on the other side of the planet at 3 in the morning, and you can pull up a file instantly. It's that seamlessness that makes it all feel so intangible, weightless, like it's literally just floating around in the air. But this is the part where the magician reveals the secret. Despite that beautiful, poetic name, the cloud, it has absolutely nothing to do with the actual sky. So, okay, if it's not up there, then where is it? Well, it's time to pull back that curtain. Let's unveil the very real, very physical cloud. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole illusion. You have the myth, that sort of abstract, fluffy thing we all picture in our heads. And then you have the reality, a solid, physical, very industrial piece of hardware. What you're looking at is a data center. This is where your digital life actually lives. And we're not talking about some small office building, no. These are colossal facilities. I'm talking the size of several football fields, just crammed wall to wall with thousands, sometimes millions, of whirring computer servers. Every single photo, every email, every tiny bit of your data, it's sitting on a physical hard drive inside one of these massive places. Okay, so now that we've established the cloud is a real, physical thing, we've got to talk about what it takes to keep all of that running. And that brings us to its enormous, kind of hidden appetite. Think about it. Running millions of super powerful computers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that is not a low-energy job. These machines are just constantly hungry for power. They demand an almost unbelievable amount of electricity just to keep the lights on, so to speak. And to really put this into perspective for you, the total amount of electricity consumed by all the data centers in the world is about the same as the electricity used by some entire countries. Just let that sink in for a minute. The very system that holds our vacation photos uses as much power as a whole nation full of millions of people. So where is all that power even going? Well, yeah, a huge chunk of it is for the servers themselves, obviously, and all the networking equipment, but an equally massive amount goes to one single, absolutely critical job: cooling. All those machines generate a ton of heat, and if they overheat, they shut down. So you've got these incredibly powerful, energy-guzzling air conditioning systems running nonstop just to keep the whole operation from literally melting down. So what this all really means is that our digital lives aren't weightless at all. Not even close. Every single photo you upload, every document you save, every gigabit you store in the cloud, it all has a real, physical, environmental footprint here on Earth. But it's not just about the environmental impact. There's another hidden cost we need to talk about. Let's take a look at the money, the economic model that makes all of this free storage possible. And this is a question I bet you've wondered about before. I mean, companies are spending billions of dollars to build and run these data centers. So how on earth can they give you gigabytes and gigabytes of storage for free? Well, the business model is actually pretty simple. It's basically a 3-step process. Step 1, you use the free service. Step 2, they collect a ton of data on how you're using it. And that brings us to the most important part, Step 3. Your information, your habits, your interests, that becomes the real currency that powers these massive advertising engines. Now look, the point of all this isn't to say that the cloud is some evil thing. Not at all. I mean, this technology has totally transformed how the world works, right? It's what lets businesses run, students learn from anywhere, and families save their precious memories. The benefits are absolutely undeniable. And I think this just sums it all up perfectly. The next time you save something online, just remember this. You're not sending it up into some imaginary wisp in the sky. You're actually kicking into gear this huge global network of real machines that use incredible amounts of energy. And so that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Every single click, every photo upload, every file save, it all adds one more tiny piece to this enormous, resource-hungry system. So the real question to ask yourself is, what does my digital world actually cost? If this explainer made you think a little differently about the cloud, do us a huge favor and tap that like button. It really helps. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and take a wild guess. How many photos and files do you think you have stored up there in the cloud right now? And of course, if you like digging into the hidden side of things, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next explainer. Thanks so much for watching.